So before we even do this, let's give ourselves a round of applause. All right? Awesome. Now, let me have you kind of stand on one side and the other side, okay? So let me have, now, this is awesome for me to be able to do this because I'm like the thorn between two roses. Isn't that cool? So get a little closer here, a little closer, a little closer. And this is where I'm going to pull this off. So what is your first name?
Sandy.
Your name is Sandy. Okay, now even without looking at your handwriting, I can tell that your name is Sandy. All right, then, your first name for the audience?
Michelle.
Okay, Michelle. And you're both having a good time here. You can speak for yourself now. Stop it. Okay, you're both doing well. All right, so I'm going to give this to you right away because now you each get a gift certificate, but you have to use it today. And we'll get an in-depth analysis today a little bit later. Also, everybody that comes up and not here, but comes to the booth and gets an analysis will also, as long as I have the pens, they get one of those as well. So I'm getting that out of the way so I know. Now, you are going to be letter B, and you, Sandy, see, I've got a good memory. All right. And you are going to be, we have to make sure we're holding them up straight. And can you handle all that with a lot of paperwork I'm giving you? Okay. And you're doing just fine. So now, I'm going to ask, and again, your first name? Michelle. See, I've got a good memory, don't I? Good. Thank you. You're a yes person. You're a pleaser. You like to please people. No, we'll find that out later. Okay, so now that everybody, if you don't want to wave those so much, we want people to be able to see that. Okay, you're going to hold those up. And now letter A or number 1, letter B, I'm going to ask you just by looking, and you might have to fan it around so everybody can see, but which person, Sandy, and it's not them personally, or Michelle, which person is a little bit more moodier? Okay, if you thought that these lines were like words here, which person is a little bit more moodier? Just shout it out.
Michelle!
Okay, so it doesn't take rocket science necessarily to see that. But you might see letters in a sentence that do that, or you might see words that actually do that. All right, now if you can just kind of, you know what, I'll just take it right here. That'll work. I'll set it down. Or you can put it behind. That works too. Let's put it behind. Now, this one, which person is more extroverted? That means they're more outgoing. Okay, I need to be able to see it too. All right, so it would be this one. And now if this was a piece of paper and I asked you to write what you did this morning and you filled up that paper with everything, you have a lot of things going on in your life and you're very extrovert. The other thing is I met a cancer survivor earlier today, did a handwriting analysis with her. Her writing is really big and she is very much an extrovert and an outgoing person. All right, let's go to the next one. Now, if you had a piece of paper and somebody wrote very, very small, but they were, who likes to be in the middle of everything? Yes, not that one. This would, if you went to a nightclub or even a school or a socialized kind of a thing, the person up there in the corner, that person doesn't necessarily want to be the life of the party, but does that make that person a bad person? No. It's just a personality trait. And if you can imagine, now this is small, but remember the other circle that we saw that was really big? So if that was in the center, that also is a big personality and wants to be the life of the party. So how are they doing, by the way? Doing a good job. Wonderful. Now the next one. Good, good. You're getting this really, really down so well. Which one, Sandy or Michelle, examples, which one is really more aggressive? This one right here. Now, this one can also be a little argumentative at times as well, but here's what's kind of neat. Is that your personality? Okay, we find out things here. But you know what? What happens at Women Rock stays at Women Rock, okay? The other thing is, this person has, in in sales, a salesperson would be really good to have some aggressiveness there, because it's not that they're a pushy salesperson, but they don't take rejection. They move ahead, and that's an important thing. And so Donald Trump's signature, if you would look at that, it's very much angular like that. Now this person has a more calm kind of a feeling. As a matter of fact, how many of you in the audience like to get up in front of people and give presentations? No one. And of course, if you did, you'd raise your hand because you want to be in the center of attention. You'd like to be that circle. But if you ever get nervous before a job interview, or nervous before you have to talk to somebody, what would be a really great exercise is to just do this on a piece of paper. It will actually make you feel more calm. All right? It's kind of a nice thing. And I also talk a little bit about graphotherapy too. Then, let's move on to the next one. Well, which person is feeling more depressed? This one here, because we're going down. And what happens there is that in the Western civilization, we read from left to right. And by the way, the left side of a piece of paper is our past, present, and future. And there's a bit of a slant, and I think that maybe comes up here eventually. Otherwise, that'll be something that I talk to. If we lean back like this, we are laid back. It takes us a while to get our information out there. It takes us a while to make a decision. Here, we're pretty much every day. There, we're leaning toward the future. So, a sentence typically won't fall down quite like that. But I have seen sentences that go up, even signatures that go up like that. That is more of an optimistic kind of a look. So how many of you in the audience right now think, hey, you know what, I can probably do this. I am a handwriting expert. There's one right there. She says, yeah, I know how to do this. Okay, now she's that big circle in the middle, right? Now we know. And now let's move on to the next one. Which person is really uptight? Now, you can see that the words are closer together. But again, if you saw that the letters were scrunched together, then that person is a little bit uptight also. Less than this one. Okay, let's move to the next one. So which person, and we're not moving, there you go, this has to do with the slant. Which person kind of holds back a little bit? This person or this person? This person here, because again, they're leaning back. Yep, and this one is leaning for the future. Now, the other thing is, when I look at slanted writing, and you can check this at home, usually most writing is straight up and down. Now, here, this means that you're extroverted, and you can get along with people. But if you're down like this, a real big slant like that means that you're almost emotionally out there. I mean, to the point where you can cry, or you can laugh, or you can, your emotions, you wear them on your sleeve. Just very, very quick. All right, now let's move on to the next one. So who is feeling a little bit more economical and wants to save? So who would want to save? This person. Because they start and they fill up here, and they've got all this information. They've got this space here. Because when I ask people, I give them a blank piece of paper with no lines on it, and I say, I want you to write this information on here. If they start way at the top, psychologically they're saying in their mind, I want to save this paper, this space here for later. So they're more economical. Then the next one, which of these two people venture out more? They try new things. They take risks. Well, this one here. This one stays home. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy went to the market, but if it was way over here, this little piggy went way. You know, did it all. But again, past, present, future. This person is very, very comfortable in what's going on today. This person would rather live in the past. All right, I've just got a couple more. Which one is more organized, you or your husband? Okay. Well, I didn't get any response there, but ready, but who's more organized? This person? No. This person, yes. But is this person, I mean, again, it could be good or it could be not so good, depending on how far you take it. So that is what I had for you today. Did you find out